Hello, my lovelies. Sophia here. Hello, Iman. How are you? Oh, that's good. I'm glad it helped. Okay, Belinda. Let me just check PayPal, sweetheart, because it's not come through as a notification. Which sometimes they don't, so. Okay, what's your question, my lovely? Don't forget that sometimes it doesn't come out on the chat very well, so if we can't see it, then don't forget you might have to break it down on different lines. But I know that you want par number 2. Belinda, are you putting your question, my lovely? Because I'm not seeing it. Hello to all of you watching. Don't forget the playlists for those of you who are new. Also, thank you for the likes. And don't forget, you can also find me on Instagram with my latest live that I did about accepting your desire as yours and stop seeing it as separate from you. About the future without your mum. Okay, remember, it's never going to be your future because our future changes on a daily basis. Okay, your future is not set in stone. Okay, whatever you are thinking in this moment is going to be your future. Your thoughts today are going to be your future. Okay, so let's see what any guidance we have anyway. But it won't be long-term future. Okay. Okay, so why don't we have a reading from your mum then instead? Do you want a reading from your mum? See what she has to say to you? Belinda, do you want that or no? Belinda, you still there? Yes, you're still there. Do you want a reading from your mum? Belinda might be on a bit of a time lag, so bear with her here. Okay, so what's mum's name? Because these are my spirit cards. Just give me her first name, my lovely. Or, yeah. Yes, I know. Just need her name. Just her first name. Okay. Okay. She's definitely here. Okay, the first thing she came through was saying I'm here. Okay, she's sending you her love as well. She's saying that she is perfectly fine. Okay, now I'm not sure she's telling me that she's watching over a man. So if she was married and your dad's still here, or stepdad or whatever, I'm not sure she's telling me she's watching over him, or she's with a man in spirit. I'm going to clarify that. Oh, she's saying she's with a man in spirit. So it doesn't mean that it's a partner of hers. It's just that she's with a man in spirit. A man met her as she crossed over. Okay. Okay, but she's saying that she's fine. Okay, she's perfectly fine. And look at the mother-daughter on here. She's telling you she's always going to be around you. Okay. Have fond memories. Okay. Especially when you were little and the things we did together. Okay. And she's saying she wants you to be strong. Okay. She knows that you're going to grieve the physical loss of her, but she's still around you energetically. Okay. Be strong. Going forward, I'm always here. Okay, I'm always here. I'm always around you. And again, she's drawing me excuse me, to like this energy here behind you. Like, just because she's physically not here, she is energetically always around you. Even looks, if you stare at it, it looks like a face, the hair and the heart chakra glowing, and the sort of arms and the skirt here. Okay, so she's always around you, watching over you. Okay. She's saying here as well that you're very bright. You've always known what you wanted to do in life. Okay. Even if you never carried it out in your heart, you've always been you've known what you wanted. You always a very loving girl. Okay. And woman now. And she says, but you have missed a few opportunities where you've shied away from it, perhaps thinking you're not good enough. Okay, but she's saying, but now when opportunities come along, instead of shying away, she's here watching over you. Okay, encouraging you to go for it. Be confident. Okay, so going forward, Belinda, when there's something, remember what we desire is ours. Don't start to talk yourself out of it by either not having the confidence or the courage or the strength. Okay, even if you feel lost, she wants you to put your hand on your heart again, like she's told you before. Okay, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes and say, Mum, what is best for me? What should I do? Okay, now you might hear your own words, in your own voice. You might hear it in her voice internally. It's not going to be like suddenly, like if she was in the room and talking to you like we normally do. When I hear spirit, it's sort of in my inner ear. Okay. It might be straight away. You hear something. Okay, then take that. Okay, or you might see a sign. You might hear something on the radio or a TV advert or a sign somewhere, okay, that's giving you the answer. Again, excuse me for my cough. It is getting better. Even though it doesn't sound like it, it is. Okay, now I'm asking, excuse me, I'm asking her that you're feeling lost, and what does she want you to do? Now she's saying move forward, okay, the wheel, you're spinning that wheel going forward. Now I don't know if you've already got a partner. Excuse me, I don't know if you've already got a partner, okay, because we've got the Lovers here as well. So I don't know whether you got the support of a partner or whether there's, you know, again, watching over you here, okay. So whether she's saying you got the support from a partner, he's reliable, okay, lean on him, or else she's saying that there's somebody, perhaps another male relative who you're very close to as well. Okay, excuse me, my lovely. Here, this is my work card, but I feel like she's saying to me here, she appreciates all the work that you did for her while she was here. Okay, but you can take that as either way. That's more the message that I'm getting from her. She's thanking you for the work that you did. So I don't know if you had to care for her, if she was ill in her last few, you know, the last part of her life on earth. May even be somebody at work who's this man is that you can sort of lean on for support. But I feel it is thanking you for the work that you've done. Now this character is usually a bit of a rebel. Okay, so it could be a son. Okay, you might have a son. It might be a brother of yours that's a little bit says as it is sort of thing, has no filter on them. But she's saying to sort of not ignore him, but, you know, don't let him upset you, she just said. Okay, it could be, again, somebody at work if you work, but yes, okay, you're married, good, because she's saying he's reliable, etc. And he'll be there to support you as well. She's saying you'll never be lost. Okay, I'm always here. You've got people around you. Just have that confidence, she's saying. Yeah, again, she's around you here. Okay, around you at home. Now, you might feel her touch your hair. You might feel sort of her presence around, or tingly on one side. But she is going to make herself known to you that she's there. And she knows that you're thinking about her all the time. She is, you know, talk to her. The scarf on this man's neck is blue, the throat chakra. Okay, so you're thinking of her in spirit. She's always going to be around you. Talk to her. Talk to her in your mind. Talk to her out loud. Okay, she'll hear you. But she doesn't want you to sit there and put your feeling lost. Okay, keep that wheel turning. 3 sons, 1's a rebel. Yeah. Okay. The rebel one. Okay, any other guidance here? So she's definitely around you. She's definitely safe. She knows that you've got support. Obviously, she knows that you're grieving. Okay, you were close. She's thanking you for any looking after her or anything that you did for her. Okay, sometimes a lot of spirit will come through and say thank you. Remember, you're very, you know what you want. Okay, don't shy away from it. Believe in yourself, she's saying. Believe in yourself. Have that confidence. Yeah, because there is going to be that treasure chest for you. Okay. An unseen windfall of new abundance comes to you. And she's saying again, you know, even though sometimes it might feel that you're treading a tightrope, you've got the power. Okay, use your abilities to resolve situations. You can do it. Okay, she knows that you can do it because you're strong. Okay, this card for me is always financially. You've always been able to get money or work for money or whatever. But with the little roses on here, this is somebody who is very caring, very giving and very loving. Okay, but this is you when you were sort of a smaller, and she's saying, you know, you might have shied away from a few opportunities because perhaps because of your children, you know, raising a family, you know, putting others above yourself. But now she's saying it's your turn to shine. Okay, it's your turn to shine. You go for what you want, and I'm always here. Okay, I'm always going to be watching over you. I've not gone anywhere. Just going to have a card from Archangel Michael. She's asking me to pull one of these cards. Yeah, go forward fearlessly. Again, this is always like what you desire. So the card says, thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. Isn't that beautiful? So she's saying to you here that she's walking with you every step of the way, holding your hand, giving you that confidence and courage. Remember when she said, I'm right here, giving you that strength, confidence and courage. Have that confidence and courage to go forward fearlessly. Okay, my lovely. She is also, sorry, when she was saying about that card as well, I meant to say if you've got sisters, and you've just reminded me, because sometimes I do move on from what they said because I'm listening to them. But yes, good, good, good. She's around your sisters as well. Okay, so let go of fear now. Help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic or ego-based thoughts or feelings. Okay, just go forward fearlessly here and let go of any fear. She's never left you. You've always got people around you, she's saying. Okay, my lovely. So I hope that helps. Remember, you can listen back to it, but she's definitely around you. I do feel that she's definitely, even if she did leave behind a partner, she's obviously around him as well. But if not, then somebody met her, a male in spirit met her. She's not giving me who it is though. So don't feel lost. Okay, don't feel lost. She's with you all every step of the way. You're welcome, my lovely. Again, I'm really sorry for the coughing. It is going. I'm insisting it's going. Okay. I am here. I'm just going to be resting my voice a minute. Let me know if you have paid for a reading, because it doesn't seem to be coming through to my email. And if you do pay, then try and put your question on the PayPal notes bit, okay? I hope you're all doing well, my lovelies. For any newbies that are watching, when my cough's better, I will be doing some freebies again. It's just that the free sessions are always one after the other. It's very manic, okay? And also if I've done lots of private readings or mentoring as well, then it takes, you know, that's taken my energy for the day. Also, there is Instagram for any of you who are wanting something but seeing it as separate from you. I explain why to stop doing that, because it's keeping it separate from you. And also thank you for all the likes, my lovelies. It is appreciated. Excuse me. Hello, my lovelies. I am here. Just not talking much because of my cough, but I am here for when anybody gets a reading. I have posted some things in the chat as well that might help some of you if you're unable to get a reading. If you just want to say hello, then I'm here. Say hello back. Hello, Addison, my lovely. Addison, have you watched the latest Instagram? Accept your desire as yours and stop seeing it separate from you. Oh, you got the lurgy as well, have you? I hope you feel better soon. Yeah. Okay, Belinda, that's very kind of you. If I can always put you on temporary if I'm doing a live and none of my normal mods are in. Have you had to have excuse me, Addison, have you had to have time off school? Mm. Snap. How's your new car been, Addison? Oh, that's good. Oh, for goodness sake, sorry. Do apologise. It's all right, Neela. I'm sure it's COVID this time. Yes, Neela, I am. Even though I don't sound like it, I'm okay. I'm over the worst of it. It's just the hanging around cough that's driving everybody crazy. I've had the sore throat and the runny nose, the blocked nose. That was 2 weeks ago. But now I've just got the lingering cough that every time you breathe in or talk, it sets you off at the back of the throat. You know when it hits you at the back of the throat, Doesn't matter what I've taken, what I've drunk, what I've done. Yeah, this is definitely the third week. Yeah, I know a couple of my regulars have been ill as well with coughs and colds or whatever, COVID or whatever's going around. It's definitely not flu. It's definitely not flu. I've had flu twice before, and when I get flu, like I said yesterday, it doesn't matter if you put £1 million down beside me, I'd be like, just keep it, because I ain't moving. Neela, did you see the latest Instagram? I can't remember if you did or not. All right, well, just to make you aware that it's there. Hello, Iman, you back again? Yes, you can. I know what you mean. Okay. Did you put the deck in there? Deck 4. Okay. So, as you know, remember, everything is the reflection, the copy. So it's never about your person. Okay, it's what you're doing on the inside. So let's look at Spirit's advice for you. Okay, because whatever's going on inside you is going to be what you're going to get back. Okay, now it doesn't mean straight what you're doing instantly. You might be having a good day, but a couple of weeks ago you had a bad day. Okay, or a bad period. So it can be still catching up from there. Okay, a lot of my clients will say, yeah, but I've been really on it and I've been really focused, on my mental diet, etc., etc. And then they're wondering why it's showing up. Okay, because a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago, or you've had a more dominant aspect in your life, a dominant story, that it's being reflected back. Okay, also, remember in the Instagram where I said you either have it or you don't. Remember, you're not changing this timeline. You're not changing anything out there to make anything better or fix anything. You're simply shining your light, your conscious awareness on the only timeline that you want, where the two of you love and adore each other. Okay, so if you're still coming from the view that you are, that's why you're still getting hot and cold behavior. Okay, because you're still thinking that 3D version is going to change, that what you're doing is changing this timeline that you're in. No, you're choosing the timeline that you want, and you're staying committed to that, because the minute you decide, you shift. The minute you start looking back for it, you come out of it. You go back to the timeline where you're not getting it. Okay, so that's the wavering. That's where you got to go through your day saying who you are, reminding yourself, who am I? I am a loving girlfriend or wife, and what do I have? I have everything I want. Everything I want is mine. Okay, I have a loving, committed relationship with SP. So let's look at the advice for you, because I've told you all along, there's already a version where you and him are together. I don't need to check his energies. Okay, if you're still getting the hot and cold version, that's because of something within you, the story you still have, or a belief or assumption or an expectation. Okay, it has nothing to do with him. It's never about what you want, it's who you are being. Now, I know he loves you with all his heart, and I would bet my house on it. Okay, I know that for 100%. But you're not getting that version that I'm seeing in the cards, because you're still tapped in and tuned into the one you're not who you're being. Okay. Excuse me. So I'm asking Spirit advice or guidance for you regarding SP. First of all, they're saying you've been having a lovely time lately. You've been meeting up, you've been having a good time. So keep seeing it as that. Remember what you're telling yourself. So we're not having, he's still turning up wishy-washy, okay, or a little bit slower and colder than before. No, You're not shining your light on that version. Okay, you're only shining your light on the version that loves admiring you, loves talking to you, loves being with you, loves everything about you, loves showing up for you. Okay? Loves spoiling you, loves taking you out. Okay? Also, this can be third party. So if you, again, you're shining your conscious awareness onto the third party, stop doing that. Because what are you doing? You're keeping them in place. Yeah, you're riding around your kingdom. Okay, doing what makes you happy. Your happiness depends on where you are within yourself. Okay? So going back to that Instagram, throughout the day, when you start to think of what you want as separate from you still, remember, you give it to yourself first within. It feels natural and normal, and then you will experience it back in the 3D. You're not checking the 3D to see if it's changed. You're unbothered by the 3D. You're unmoved by the 3D. If anything comes up, you just revise it on the spot with the new story. So by, again, saying, I either have a relationship with him or I don't. Remember, you can't serve two masters in your mind. You either have it or you don't, because it is your conscious awareness that gets reflected out there and projected back, or projected out there and reflected back, sorry. Okay? Yeah, so turn your back on the emotions that are not serving you. Why, any story that you've got in your head as to why you can't have him, let it go. He's yours. There's already a man and SP happy together in love. Remember, you can't have the desire unless it's trickling through from the timeline where you already have it. Okay? You can choose whether you want it or not. But creation's already done. Yeah, your future is in your hands. Okay, so if you're there saying, well, don't know what the future is, I don't know where this is going, remember, it's in your hands. Whatever you are telling yourself right now is your future. Yeah, so continue making sure that you're putting the work in. Okay, it's not hard work. It's just being disciplined in your thoughts, that when you notice you're looking out there or wondering or seeing it as still separate, that you still don't have it, that's when you've got to say to yourself, until I've given it to myself within, I ain't going to see it out there. So there's no point me starting out there as point A, because that's point B. Point A is within you and whatever you're doing within. Okay? Yeah, excuse me. He is thinking about you all the time, which I know he is. Okay. But also you have to see him as thinking about you all the time. I'm all he thinks about. He can't stop thinking about me. I'm always on his mind. Okay? Yeah. Again, you know, not going round and round in your head with a different story that is just going to produce another storm. Okay? You see him as loving you. Okay? How I think, he thinks. How I feel, he feels. If I'm thinking about him, it's him thinking about me. Whatever you want to think, to keep yourself in that inner world, which is the real reality, that your person loves and adores you, always chooses you. Okay? Not causing more storm after storm after storm by where your thoughts are going round and round in circles. You know, he loves you. You have his heart. Not that 3D version in this timeline that you're in. Okay? You're not fixing or changing that one. You are dropping that 3D version. You are selecting your heart's desired version, who loves you, adores you, cherishes you, supports you, protects you, is always showing up for you as you desire. Okay? And who always chooses you and prioritizes you, who thinks the world of you and will do anything for you. Okay, always remember, whatever you're shining your light on, meaning whatever you're shining your thoughts onto, lighting up in your thoughts is where you shift into that timeline. So if you're 1 minute, we're getting on really well, you're in that timeline. The minute you start to say, oh, he's a bit slow, he's wishy-washy or whatever, you've gone back into a timeline where he's going to be wishy-washy. Okay, that's why you have to commit to that timeline. So you ask yourself, I'm either with him or I'm not. Just like if you want to be rich, I'm either rich or I'm not. You're unbothered by what 3D is showing you, because the 3D is just a reflection. When you are sticking within to your story, no matter what, the 3D will reflect it back to you. Excuse me. Okay, with sending out that loving energy from your heart chakra, and remember, getting into the feeling of it as well. Not only the feeling of the knowing that it's yours, your heart's desires are yours, but also thinking of him in the loving way, and you in the loving way, and the loving version of your relationship that you want. Remember, your heart chakra, your heart gives off a magnetic energy field 6,000 times more than your thoughts. You focus on your world. Everything that you want is in your world right now. You're not waiting. You're not seeing it as separate. Yep, so feeling more positive and more secure in yourself that what you want is yours right now. You already have it. It's in your grasp, in your thoughts, in your heart. Okay, your feet are firmly on it. Nobody else is having what you want. Your desires are yours. Although this says healer, there's nothing to heal from, remember. You're just dropping any old stuff and not choosing to shine your light on that. You're choosing your new story and you're sticking with it. Because what you're saying you have within is what's going to be reflected back. Soulmate, okay? Again, a label, but remember, whatever your heart desires is yours. So if you're desiring him, he's yours. The two of you can be married, okay? There's already a timeline where the two of you are married. Oh, just saw a sneaky little one in there. So again, sovereignty. Okay, staying in control, you're queen of your kingdom. Everybody in your kingdom is just reflecting you back to you. Is a messenger of who you're showing up as. Always loved, always chosen, always prioritized, always spoilt, always pampered. Okay, always loved, adored and cherished by everyone, including SP. You're queen of who you say your SP is. He loves and adores me, thinks the world of me, loves talking to me, loves showing up for me how I want him to, etc. Okay, and how you're seeing your relationship. We're totally committed and devoted to each other, loyal and faithful to each other. We only have eyes for each other. Okay, we have a happy, solid relationship. Always being in your heart's desire with the pleasure that it's given you. Remember, you do everything within before you see it out there. So you get to experience it twice. And trust. Okay? Trust in what you're focusing on in your imagination is your true power. Your imagination is the only real reality. So remind yourself during the day what you're saying, who you're saying you are, what you're saying you've got. Okay, because you either have it or you don't. You can't tell yourself you have it but are still looking for it and wondering why nothing's changing. You're not changing out there. Out there will automatically change when you've changed within. Okay, like I said in Instagram, you get to a point where it feels so natural and normal for you to have it that it feels unnatural not to have it. You're unbothered by the 3D. You're not waiting for it. You're not looking for it. It's a done deal. End of. Okay? You know, just like I said on Instagram about that couple across the road. If I'd have started to logically think about, well, they're living at home with mum and dad, so they obviously haven't got money, etc. No, it got to a point in my reality where they had to go. Okay, so I said to myself, every time they were annoying the tits off me, I was saying in my head, they're moving, or they've moved. They've got a lovely place to go to. Lovely garden for the kiddies to play in. They got their own place. They moved out at the weekend. Okay. And that didn't take long at all. You tell yourself a story and you stick to that story. Even if the opposite is playing out in front of you still. You're unbothered by that. That's not your truth. Okay? You know, and everything in the 3D is showing that it would be harder for them to get somewhere to live. The cost of living has gone up. Rentals are becoming hard to find. Okay, but if you are in the assumption in the new story, then it doesn't matter what happens. Everybody has to move to conform to your assumption. Okay, and if my assumption was they fucking moved, they moved. Okay. But if I'd have logically thought about it, they wouldn't have moved. Because I would have been thinking, oh, well, it's hard times. If they'd been living with mum and dad, it's because they couldn't afford anywhere. That's why they're there already, etc., etc. No. In my kingdom, I gave them a house to live in, and that's what they've gone and got. They have left my kingdom. Okay. Addison, if you're still there, my lovely, there's only 2 people watching, and I think one of those is me anyway. So I'm going to just close the live. I will put that it's closed, but if there is anybody who is in the process or wanting to make a payment, then just let me know before I do end the live. If not, I'll give you a moment, but I will be going. Addison, I hope you feel better soon. And don't let your car boss you around too much. You're the boss. Okay, my lovelies, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you all. Thank you to those who had readings. I hope it's helped. Love and light.